Thank you very much. This afternoon, the ANC dips its revolutionary banner as it mourns the passing of a great leader and architect of our democratic, non-racial and non-sexist South Africa. The National Executive Committee of the African National Congress extends its heartfelt condolences to the family, loved ones and comrades of Comrade Frene Ginwala. Dr. Frene Ginwala was a member of the African National Congress since the 1950s, serving on its National Executive Committee, heading its research department and later its archives committee. Comrade Frene served the people in many capacities. In the ANC underground in the 1950s, working with the Indian Congresses, and as a student, arranging for escape of Comrade President O.R. Tambo into exile. She followed into exile shortly thereafter and served in many capacities, including as managing editor of Tanzanian main English language daily and Sunday papers, The Standard and the Sunday News in 1969. Her commitment to the emancipation as an activist and intellectual was unparalleled. With her iconic article on women in the ANC 1912 to 1943, published in 1990, which dispelled myths about women's role in the struggle. She was a founder and the national convener of the Women's National Coalition, which mobilized women across political lines and sectors to participate in the country's negotiations in the early 1990s, drafting the second Women's Charter, and successfully saw the inclusion of the non-sexism and equality clause of the country's constitution. Between 1990 and 1992, she also served in the ANC Commission on Gender Equality and was part of the National Task Force to relaunch the ANC Women's League. As an ANC Member of Parliament, she became the first Speaker of non-racial Parliament and laid the foundations not only for the legislative arm of government, but for the human rights, constitutional and democratic ethos of our country. Comrade Frene Ginwala passed on at the age of 90 years and will be remembered as a revolutionary activist who throughout her life fought for freedom, justice and equality. Ambakahle Comrade Frene, the African National Congress wishes to pass our condolences to the family, and we came here today to meet with the family, and were appraised by the family about the preparations of the final journey of Comrade Frene. There will be a private ceremony tomorrow for crematorium, and then it will be followed by a service, official service, obviously led by government, and the ANC officials will meet on Sunday in our regular meeting, and part of items on the agenda will reflect on how we want to celebrate the life of Comrade Frene. It was a life well lived, and it needs to be celebrated because there's a lot that we, the current generation, at the helm of the movement and society at large, we can learn from the life and times of Comrade Frene. We still have our stalwarts, our veterans in the African National Congress who are there to tell the story, and they also tell about the life and times of Comrade Frene Ginwala. So we will make further announcement on Monday after consultation as well with the family, because once the officials reflect and agree on what needs to happen going forward, we'll still have to come back to the family and then concretize the plans. But we are grateful to the family, the nephew, and the members of the family who are here, and friends and comrades in the family, and those who worked with Comrade Frene here in the family, who have welcomed us with open heart and have said that we shared her with you. And that was a touching story. And we will always take the cue from the family. And from now on, we'll issue the statement and we'll brief the media working with the family about important developments going forward. But we're looking forward to celebrating a life with the stalwarts of the movement, those who are around, who are still around, with the ANC, obviously officially with our national government, also leading from the front in this instance. We've got to, compare notes and consolidate our efforts. But we're very much grateful, and also to the media for a good coverage in terms of tracing the life and times of Comrade Frene Ginwala, and also giving us space and giving the family space as well, in a dignified way, to observe this moment that has befallen us. Thank you very much.
Okay, you want to say
so
just...
if you could pronounce your name so we don't get it correctly.
I'm Zavare Rastamji. I'm the nephew of Frene Ginwala. And on behalf of the family, I would like to thank the Secretary General for the message of condolence from the movement that my aunt served. It's a sad day for the family, it's a sad day for our country, but as was said, we should be celebrating her life. They don't make them like they used to, but we're grateful for the condolences. We had to share her with, she had two families, our family and the movement, and it was an exciting but also sometimes difficult time to try to manage. She was very kind and caring to us as we grew up, and we are very honored and proud of the contribution that she's made. So thank you for acknowledging that, and thank you for being here.
No, thank you very much. I think what the SG said, as it relates to the tributes, SG, just to amplify the point, that what we'll be doing from this coming week, once officials are done, we will be doing a lineup of former speakers, some veterans that served with her, including younger ones that would have been inspired by her life to tell the story. We'll also be putting in the condolence book, one from the side of government and the other one from Luthuli House, for people, those that are coming to convey their condolences, to sign that. We'll dedicate ANC Today next week's edition to honor Mam Frene Ginwala. So there's going to be a number of activities directed by the SGO. We will be able to issue that program on what will be happening. So just felt SG, we must also just make the media aware. So as they call, they know that we are also working on a program to guide this process.
Thank you very much.